On Reality Check today, we look at the race for allies. The BJP and the Congress, the two main parties, are looking to tie up because, as everyone knows, the road to victory is via the road to key alliances. And that's why all through the day today, we saw these key meetings take place. And just a short while ago, right here on your screen now, you see some of those key meetings. You saw the RJD and the Congress meet. Tejasvi Yadav at the end of that meeting then announced that they are very close. They've decided the seats, but the alliance will be announced in Patna. So that's one breather for the UPA and the Congress. The Congress was being accused of acting acting too arrogant because they were asking for too many seats. So we don't know exactly how many seats yet, but that meeting has taken place. Also very curious, the two meetings that you see on the left side of your screen, both dealing with Uttar Pradesh. Now, a day after BSP chief Mayawati announced that there was going to be no alliance at all with the Congress, either in Uttar Pradesh or rest of the country, we saw the two general secretaries of the Congress, Priyanka Gandhi and Jyotiraditya Scindia, go out to meet an interesting and a different Bahujan leader. They went to hospital where Ravan or Chandrasekhar Azad was recuperating after he fell ill. And at the end of it, she said, "We like his Josh." And so she said there's nothing political about it, but we like the fact that, he has a lot of passion. We want to support him. She says there's nothing political about it. So as that meeting was taking place, we saw Akhilesh Yadav drive in to meet Mayawati, perhaps ahead of announcement of their seats, because remember that Mahagathbandhan is done, but the seats haven't been announced yet. If we can look at the next story that's also just developed, that of the Congress and the JDS. That's happened as well, as you see on your screen, that picture being announced and released just a short while ago, where they have said that the Congress and the JDS in Karnataka will have, out of the 28 seats, 8 will be fought by the JDS. So who is ahead? Remember, today was also the day that you had the AGP come back to the NDA, a huge coup for the NDA as well, because they had quit over differences and their agitation for the Citizens Amendment Bill. It seems that the BJP has managed to cajole them back, but they still have a friendly fight going on in Meghalaya. So what does that all mean? Let's take a look now at what the two leaders, you have Rahul Gandhi speaking about alliances, and you also have Ram Madhav, their key leader for the Northeast, commenting on it. Take a look.
Alliances in a number of states are formed up. The idea that Congress party and the opposition has not got alliances, that's just a flawed and a wrong idea. In fact, the people who don't have alliances are the BJP.
We will together ensure that Congress party is defeated in all the 14 seats of the state, and we together win all these seats.
Okay, to talk about, and we'll go through state by state what is happening in the Northeast, in Karnataka, in other parts of the country where they're all being stitched up. We're going to speak to our panel right now, and let me just introduce our panel. We have joining us from the RJD. Remember, the talks with the RJD and the Congress have just ended. We have joining us Naval Kishore. He's a spokesperson for the RJD. From the BJP, we have Ram Prasad Sharma. He is an MP from that Northeast region. They're announcing all the allies right now. He's an MP from Tezpur. So he'll tell us what's happening. Because remember, the BJP claims they have reached, analysts also claim that they've reached a saturation point in places like Uttar Pradesh. So if they have to gain seats, then it has to be in places like the Northeast or other newer areas or down south. So that's a key area as well. We have, of course, in studio commenting on all the trends, Neera Chandyok. She's a political scientist, and we'll have from the Congress General Secretary in charge from the Northeast. We have Pradyut Dev Burman. So let me just, before we go across to them, I want to take you across through the various states. So we talked about what's happened with the JDS. We've talked about what's happened with the RJD. That's just happened, but they also if we look at the seats right now. So Karnataka has got done. Let's take a look at Assam. Assam is where they have 14 seats, Lok Sabha seats in total. NDA has today got back its key ally over there, AGP, Now, the AGP, as I said, had quit over the Citizenship Amendment Bill, and 3 ministers came back. The UPA, unfortunately, has no alliance there at all. They're going it alone. So let's just first talk about that. Pradyut Burman, we've seen, apart from the Assam situation, you also have the BJP has also announced an alliance in Sikkim for the single seat that's there. They have changed their ally. They had SDF and they've gone for SKM, which is the Sikkim Krantikari Morcha. Don't you think that the Congress is missing out on all of this and the BJP will perhaps gain from all of this? We saw it in the assembly elections as well.
See, regarding Sikkim, I was handling Sikkim for a while. Sikkim will reject all national parties, whether it is BJP or the Congress for the matter, for a fact, because it's very clear that Sikkim does not actually choose its national party. Whoever comes to power in centre, Sikkim generally goes that way. Mr. Chamling was with us for 10 years when we were in UPA, and now they are with the NDA. This time Mr. Gole and BJP have had an understanding, but it all depends. Whoever is in centre in Delhi, Sikkim will go with them. Now, when it comes to Assam, Assam has seen a unique situation. AGP, which claimed to be which claimed to be the son of the soil, and they were planning to hold on to the Citizenship Amendment Bill and had left the government, have suddenly come back in alliance. Now, what has changed in the last 1 month? I don't see anything changing specifically. It's just that it is an alliance of opportunity. It is an alliance where a lot of money will exchange hands. And the fact is that the people of Assam, which stood behind AGP specifically for the Assam Accord, feel let down and betrayed. BJP on its part has stuck to its gun, and they have said that they will bring in Citizenship Amendment Bill. It was the AGP who left the BJP. Today, BJP has not gone back on its original vision, and they have said that they will bring in the Citizenship Amendment Bill. Amit Shah has said this in Lakhimpur in Assam on the 18th of February. But the AGP is still going back with them. What has changed?
But Pradyut Burman, the thing is, whatever you're saying, what has changed, we don't know what has changed, but what we do know is that they managed to get them back. And I just want, before I go across to the BJP guests to talk about that, I just want to bring up that graphics just to show the kind of numbers. Why is it that we're talking so much about alliances? Why is it that people, the Congress General Secretaries made a mad dash to Meerut in order to get new allies? It's because of the numbers, if you look at it, that if you see since 2014 who has won in by-polls and in other seats, then you can see that BJP, if you take all the smaller local elections, all of that, then BJP's won 1,281 seats in all of these. If you take them all together, the Congress has won 938 seats, so there's not much difference there. However, totally surpassing all of them are the regional parties, which won 1,873 seats. So that is what we're talking about. They are the ones. It's the regional parties which hold the key. Now, I want to ask you, Mr. Sharma, you are, of course, I just asked Pradyut Burman about the fact that Congress has missed out. They don't have an ally over there. You do, in your state, you have managed to get AGP, but you also face the same kind of situation in other parts of the Northeast, where BJP doesn't have an ally. And for example, the Mizoram seat, where you have one seat, and the ones that you're fighting separately. In Meghalaya, again, Conrad Sangma's party, the NPP, which was in alliance with you, even they are fighting separately. Doesn't this show a weakened NDA?
No, there is not much difference in Meghalaya and Mizoram because there are very fewer seats. What matters in the northeast is Assam, where there are 14 seats. And our alliance is not only with AGP, we have already tried to bring all indigenous political parties. There is Rabha Hasong, then BPF, Bodo party, then Mising, all tribes. So we are trying to oust the Bangladeshi lobby and bring back and unite all the indigenous parties and organizations. That is our effort. And
it's curious what you mean by Bangladeshi lobby.
Bangladeshi lobby is there. I will not disclose, you know it,
funny,
because you are in there. And AGP is one of the indigenous organizations or outfit. So they had gone out on CAB, but there was understanding they also decided to again patch up. They patched up with us, and there is a saying, however high a bird may fly, in the evening it must come to its nest down.
Yeah, but you don't have NPP. My whole question was, you don't. You're saying they're too small to matter.
No, major parties in Assam, NPP hardly matters in Assam, because it is just started.
No, in Meghalaya you don't have them.
Meghalaya, there are 2 seats, one Tura and one Shillong, and there NPP is fighting, but there may not be direct alliance now, but post-poll alliance will be there.
Okay, okay, so that's the situation with the Northeast. I just want to get in a word now from Naval Kishore, because we just saw what Tejasvi Yadav said, because that's been, the meeting has just gotten over. You had Tejasvi Yadav come in to meet KC Venugopal, who is the Congress in charge. Would you say that this has been a particularly difficult negotiation, Naval Kishore?
Can you repeat? I could not hear you.
Would you say the talks between you and the Congress have been difficult?
No, it is absolutely in the right direction, and we will soon come with the formula. You know, our alliance is very old, and we are there to push out BJP and JDU, who is running a government under the leadership of Nitish Kumar, who have lost all credibility on the issue of law and governance. On the issue of credibility, he has lost everything. He has cheated the mandate, and the people of Bihar knows that this man is not to be believed. He is a person who has moved from extreme left to extreme right, and everything has come into open forum. So the alliance in Bihar is against both the BJP and JDU, because BJP, who was rejected by Grand Alliance in 2015, and Nitish Kumar, who ditched the mandate and went back to BJP on the and there is also a talk among the Bihar people that it was the Srijan, that is corruption.
Naval Kishore, I'm just going to interrupt to ask you that yes, you're right that your alliance may be older and they would have had a falling out in between. However, they managed to have an equal relationship and announcement much earlier than you. So would you agree that your announcement, which is still pending, which will be made apparently in Patna, would you agree that they were able to sort things out with their allies much quicker than all of you?
Basis of opportunities. You know, JDU BJP alliance is an opportunistic alliance. The BJP decided to go back to 17 from 31, shows that they have lost the ground. And if you look at the by-election, in the post BJP JDU coming together, they have lost almost every seat they have fought. And the Congress along with BJP are trying to meet the aspirations of the people. They are including all the smaller partners who have been humiliated by BJP and JDU. So we are taking time to understand the constituency-wise, seat-wise, the vote percentage, winnability factor, and therefore it is taking time. We do not have any differences among each other. It is only to ensure that BJP and JDU is wiped out from Bihar.
That point you make, that they're taking in smaller parties which have been humiliated by us, that's an interesting point, because I think that's what's happening in Uttar Pradesh, and the Congress is taking in many people who have had a falling out with the NDA. So it's interesting. It applies for you all, for the Congress as well in other places. Before I go back to Pradyut Debarman to talk more about that, Neeraj Chandok, I wonder if there is a larger picture emerging now, or trend that we can see from all these kind of different alliances being made.
Well, two things. I think the BJP leadership has been enormously creative in mending fences with allies that had really fallen out. I mean, to stitch together an alliance with northeastern parties because the people were up ferociously against the Citizenship Amendment Bill. And to mend fences was really an act of political innovation. Similarly to mend fences with Maharashtra.
Yes.
It's amazing because the Shiv Sena was going hammer and tongs against the BJP. So I think the BJP has managed to reach out to its allies or potential allies in a manner the Congress leadership is not able to do.
And it's very calculating and quick as well. For example, the Sikkim one, where they allied with the opposition now and dumped the ones that they currently had.
True. And in a way, it shows an ability to come to terms with the existing situation. I think the Congress has messed up in UP, and it is still not very clear what kind of a contest we are going to see. It will probably be 3-cornered or 4-cornered or even 5-cornered, which means that there is every chance of the BJP coming back. Because secondly, the second problem is that what is the agenda of the Congress on which they are reaching out to regional parties? Because it seems to me regional parties in India are peculiarly region specific. They are fighting local battles. They are not fighting a national battle, not even the TMC in Bengal. I see very few of them having a national outlook. Now, on what account are they going, on what basis are they going to come together?
Okay, that's a very, because you mentioned West Bengal. Pradeep Debbarman, I know you're familiar with West Bengal as well. You handle that. And what's interesting is, because she mentioned Bengal, I want to bring up the whole idea and what we know about the Bengal alliances till now. What we know is that the BJP is going alone, they're very clear. We know that Mamata Banerjee and the Trinamool Congress has announced today that they're tying up with GJM in Darjeeling. Remember, that's where the BJP has won. Before it was used to be just one Singh seat. Now it has been Ahluwalia's seat as well, as Ahluwalia's seat. So I wanted to ask you, Pradeep Debbarman, the Congress still, the left made an offer to them. Sitaram Yechuri made a statement saying that in 6 seats we'll have a no contest. The Congress seemed to outright reject it. However, you see Mahagathbandhan leaders say this is a bad idea to reject. You have to form alliances. Why is it that the Congress is so dismissive of it?
Can I, Sunita, thank you for asking me this question. Can I come back to a first point? I'm from the Northeast. I think I'm the only person from the Northeast in this panel. The gentleman from BJP, I couldn't get his name. He said, Bangladeshi ko hatana hai. He specifically said, can he specify what Bangladeshi means for him? Because I think it is to do with, can he just specify what Bangladeshi exactly means for him? Because in Assam, there's a different narrative, and in Tripura, there's a different narrative. The people of Tripura, in the state where I come from, have completely opposed the BJP on the Citizenship Amendment Bill. The people of Assam have done it. They've shown black flags to the Prime Minister.
Okay.
You said that there's been a lot of change in the last few days. All I want to say is that there's been a huge exchange, and the exchange is not political alliances. It's got to do more with monetary benefits. The same AGP which showed black flags to the Prime Minister of India less than a month ago are saying that everything is forgotten and everything is together.
No, but Pradeep Debbarman, that's a big allegation to make, and there is no evidence of it.
Well, allegations
that's just, no, that's not, you can't make that without any kind of evidence of it. We don't know that. So just respond to my question. I wanted to ask you, why is it? Because it seems to be that the Congress, that's what we saw in Madhya Pradesh, that's what we saw in Uttar Pradesh as well.
In Assam, we are the regional party.
The idea of now 2 seats being offered by Mahagathbandhan. We are seeing this now in West Bengal. So what is the Congress's attitude towards allies? Many people seem to find it very overbearing.
In Assam, Congress is the new regional party since AGP has ceded that space to BJP, and Congress has taken that space of a regional party because we are speaking on the Citizenship Amendment Bill. In Tripura, we are speaking on the Citizenship Amendment Bill, we are speaking on the Forest Bill, which the regional parties have ceded the space.
Okay, but tell me about the generic one and what I asked you about Bengal. Tell me about
in Bengal,
what, as a General Secretary, what have you been told, or what can you tell us about the Congress's dharma about alliances?
Well, thank you for giving me the post of General Secretary. I'm not that big yet. I'm still the President of the Tripura Congress.
Yeah, I beg your pardon.
I know it's all right. It's all right. What I'm trying to say is that in Bengal, there is an alliance between the Communists and the CPM is based on the local ground situation. In Kerala, we are fighting against them. In Tripura, we are fighting against them. Alliances are made because historically the left and the Congress have always fought against each other in these 3 states. And the workers' sentiments have to be respected. In the case of BJP and AGP in Assam and in different parts of the Northeast, the workers' sentiments are not being respected. And once again, Sunitra, I would like you to question the BJP spokesperson. Who does he mean by Bangladeshi? Is it based on religion? Because if it isn't, then Tripura, we have a huge problem if he says that Bangladeshi ko bahar karna hai.
By the way, he's not just a spokesperson, he's also the Tezpur MP. So he's definitely
well, then
from
in that case,
yeah,
sir,
he's definitely
sir,
from the northeast.
sir.
Okay, no, one second. I just want to get, just look at that question that I want to, and you heard what Pradyut Debbarman said about the West Bengal situation. And what's interesting is, of course, that kind of philosophy goes against what we've seen other parties do in unconventional times. For example, the BSP and the SP. Traditionally, by that logic, their workers also don't work together, but we see them working together, right? So what do you think of that?
I think the Congress is very tardy in stitching up its alliances, and suddenly the elections have been announced with just a month or 6 weeks to go.
Yeah.
And they seem to be not prepared for this suddenly. I think they were probably expecting elections to be held in May. They should get on with the task of getting allies to their side. Now, Karnataka, they only gave 8 seats. Whereas I think Deva Gowda had said we will demand 12 seats. Now, in a way, given the volatile situation with the Karnataka Assembly, I hope this alliance is going to stitch together. We're not going to see a wholesale migration from the JDS to other parties. So, the Congress needs to get its house in order, and I don't see that happening. I don't see that smartness with which the BJP has overtaken the Congress in this regard.
Okay, you wanted to just respond to some of the questions that Pradyut Debbarman had raised?
He also knows who the Bangladeshi means. Those infiltrators.
Oh my God.
Only the infiltrators, not the Hindu Bengali, because we brought the bill
but
for
sir, isn't
Bengali.
it this particular attitude which
based on
alienated
religion.
a lot of your allies?
Because in Assam, if you go and study the ground situation, it's very dangerous situation. 14 districts are not in the hands of indigenous people. It's all occupied.
Hindu or Muslim?
You are clearly, who are the infiltrators? Not certainly, I told you, not certainly the Hindu Bengalis.
So in Tripura,
what do you say? Of the 20th century, before Bangladesh was formed.
Yeah.
You know, there has been migration. Peasants came to settle in the agrarian structure.
What was Assam Accord all about?
Came to man their profession.
Okay.
So
we don't want to. We don't want it to be.
unfair.
This is not about the entire. And there have been so many debates about the Citizenship Amendment Bill. We are talking about allies and people patching up allies. Naval Kishore, you just heard the kind of what Neera Chandiok has said as well about Congress's problems in stitching up allies. Where does the RJD stand on that?
Yeah, my high regard to Professor Neera Chandiok, who is my teacher, incidentally. I just want to make one comment. There is a difference between alliance led by BJP and that by Congress. BJP is trying to accommodate anyone and everyone whom they can sow to this world. But Congress is trying to manage the regional partners who are assertive, and they are on the one count that they want to defeat BJP and save constitution.
Give me an example of
Congress, even though there is a difference in what a group that is led by Congress, they have a strength and capacity to displace BJP.
So you're saying there's an ideological, there's no kind of ideology behind the allies that they're
for the constitution, and for the people who are governed by Nagpur, headquarter of RSS.
You want to respond to that?
He is talking on hypothesis. There is nothing as such. In fact, their alliance is opportunistic alliance. We have been holding with JDU since long. We are holding with Shiv Sena since long. We are holding with AJP since long. So our old partners, except TDP, are with us throughout. And
okay, so last word, Pradyut Debbarman.
Just go for alliance. They are the last.
Okay. So last word, Pradyut Debbarman. Do you think, if we just look at the speed, Naval Kishore, last point,
Last point. See, you look at JDU. Nitish Kumar has openly declared that the alliance is only in Bihar. They will fight all other states independently, and there is no alliance with BJP. How does he respond to that?
Okay. Pradyut Debbarman, we've heard from everyone else. I just wanted to ask you, if you see just the speed with which alliances are being made, the Congress seems to be, dithering a bit. Don't you think this will have an impact?
Sunitra, can I be very
I'm talking about the national level.
I will tell you about the national level. The Congress is making its alliances, and I don't want to sound arrogant, you know, at least we have a BJP MP here, at least I'll give that much credit to BJP, that they are sticking to their guns on the basis of the ideology. They have said Ram Mandir banayenge, Citizenship Amendment Bill ko hum layenge. All the regional parties who are saying it in Northeast or different parts of the country are aligning with BJP, definitely not on ideology. They are doing it on the basis of some allurement.
Okay.
One second. All these alliances which have taken place overnight after their allies have criticized the Prime Minister, they have criticized the MPs. The people of the country are ceding that space to the Congress party now, and people can clearly see the writing on the wall.
Okay,
the BJP
we're
is in
totally
trouble in
out of
Meghalaya,
time.
they are
The
in
thing
trouble
is,
in Assam, they are in trouble in Tripura.
The thing that you and Naval Kishore are criticizing the NDA for, will that actually turn out to be an advantage or not in just doing it quickly and doing it? That's the thing that we have to wait and see. That's all the time we have on Reality Check. Thanks to all my guests. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.